Hi, it's Meg. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking all about how to go from beginner brand photographer to booked out brand photographer, specifically by transforming your photos, your portfolio, basically making your photos better. I'm going to talk a little bit about my journey and then give you some real practical tips, mistakes that are common I see photographers making, and how to fix them. So, your portfolio as a brand photographer is your number one marketing tool. It's going to either attract dream clients to you or repel clients from you. So it's so much more than just a pretty collection of photos. We get to invest time and energy and attention on improving our photos as a brand photographer. I personally have a growth mindset. I'm always wanting to get better. I'm always working towards that. Before I get into mistakes, I want to say this. I have personally made every single one of these mistakes I am talking about in this video. We all have to start somewhere. When I look at my very first brand photo shoots, I kind of cringe, but I'm still proud of it. I still did an amazing job for the clients. I've just come a long way and I have so much to share with you. My hope is that by talking about this and sharing this with you in the video, you can save time and I can help bring awareness to maybe some areas that you haven't been focusing on as much that are going to help you level up your portfolio and help your business thrive. And let me dive into just like 3 of the top mistakes I see, which is overshooting and not slowing down enough to really get quality images. In the branding industry, less is more. We want our clients to love the photos. It's not always about more, especially if you want to charge premium prices. The details really matter. So there's that. And also just inconsistency with maybe your editing or your lighting or the type of locations. Consistency is a very important to show throughout your whole portfolio, because if you lack consistency, a client is not going to trust you. They are going to choose another photographer to hire who has a very consistent style of work because they know what they're going to get and they can trust that more. And the last thing I see is just images that are pretty, but they miss the mark when it comes to telling your client's brand story or really being usable for branding specifically. Remember, we have to think about our clients' businesses and strategically what is going to be the photos they need to market their business and make money for their brand. So now we know some mistakes. Let's talk about what makes an incredible standout brand photography portfolio and photos your clients love. The first thing is having intentionality and storytelling for your client's brand. So this should all be talked about before the session even starts. Branding photography is so much more than pretty headshots. We want our photos to really tell a story. So think about telling the story of the location that you're choosing and selecting a location that aligns and tells your client's brand story and showing that in the photos, as well as showing your clients and what they do for work. It's great if you can capture the behind the scenes of what your clients do for work and get creative with how you tell that story using props or other people if necessary to tell their story. The next thing is variety. So something I used to not do great at is a variety of different crops and angles for my clients. We want to mix. We don't want to do all the same crop for every single photo. I've done that and it gets really boring really fast. We want to do full body. We want to get horizontals and verticals of everything. We want to get that 3/4 body crop that our clients love. And then we still want to get some headshots for them as well as prop photos, action shots, behind the scenes photos. We want a variety that's telling the full story. So it's not just the same photo of them looking and smiling at the camera over and over again. That's boring. We don't want to be boring. Next is consistency. So the overall lighting, the editing, and overall aesthetic and look of your photos should have cohesion. Clients definitely want this. Again, it goes back to building more trust because they know what they're going to get and they expect that if they're going to sign up and work with you, that you have that same consistency that they've seen in your portfolio. The last tip I have for you here is Quality over quantity. Less is more. And this is something I learned the hard way. In the beginning of my career, I would give the client hundreds and hundreds of photos. We'd go to like 5 locations on one shoot. Maybe they'd do 12 outfits. But the problem was we were going so fast and I was so focused on getting more, more, more. I wasn't slowing down to really take a great quality photo, set up lighting, get very intentional, make sure the client looks amazing from head to toe. And now that I do that, I find my clients love even more of the photos and they use more of the photos. Whereas before, I was just getting as many as I can, but they weren't really high quality images. My next tip I have for you to improve your photos is paying attention and getting feedback from your clients post photo shoot. So this could look like a client experience survey you send out to every client, highly recommend, with questions like, how was the session length? Did it feel too short? Did it feel too long? How were the photos? I know it can be vulnerable to ask these type of questions, but we must get feedback in order to keep growing and improving our services as a brand photographer. And one of the best ways you can really understand the photos your clients love the most and the type of photos to get more of is to pay attention to what they are actually using and posting and sharing the most, not just the photos that you love. It's not about you, it's about what our clients are going to love and actually use. And over the years, I've, taken note of that as I follow my clients on social media and I see what images they really love, what poses they love, what kind of style they love and use the most. So I make sure I'm capturing that on every client photo shoot. And this is how I developed kind of my style, because there's specific poses I love doing with every client. And then of course, there's always going to be some unique poses I do with every client to customize the session for them. My next tip is expression is everything. We want to capture genuine confidence from our personal branding clients. It's very important for them to show that in their brand photos to connect with their ideal clients. It's so much more than just a pretty perfect pose. If their energy isn't relaxed and they look kind of awkward in their expression, you've missed the mark. Approachability is so important to show in personal brand photography and show their personality. I hear this from a lot of clients who come to me and book me that they want photos that feel like them. They feel like they've outgrown their current photos or it just doesn't really capture their essence and personality. And clients really want that. This is how you're going to really elevate your photos to the next level, is capturing that energy on camera and understanding how to direct them, especially awkward clients. I would say 90% of my clients are not comfortable on camera. It's very common, and it is part of our job as brand photographers to help them feel confident, help them get that, unleash that natural energy and be their hype woman and pose them and give them compliments and just make them feel comfortable, talk to them while they're on camera. And I also love to show them the back of the camera as we go, because sometimes there's like a little thing maybe they don't like about their hair, or maybe they want to change outfits so they feel better. And if you show them that, that gives them the opportunity to fix that so that they're going to love more of the photos. I understand posing clients can feel intimidating if you don't have a lot of practice yet. When you're directing your clients, give them like little things to do. So movement works great, like walking towards the camera or doing something with their props, like picking up their coffee cup, taking a sip and looking out the window. They just need that little direction, maybe laughing or typing on their computer, something that's going to allow them to just kind of loosen up and have that natural movement come out that we want to capture. And I can totally relate to feeling a little lost when it comes to posing. It takes practice and experience. So if you're wanting more support with this, I've actually made an entire course called the Pose Method for brand photographers specifically on all the things we want to think about and prep for every single shot, including how to really direct your clients and help them feel more comfortable on camera so we can get their natural energy out. And in the course, you get to actually watch me posing real clients, directing real clients in a photo shoot. And if you want to go to the next level, join me in San Diego for my next retreat, because then you'll get to practice the pose method in action with me and other brand photographers. Our portfolio and our photos evolve and get better over time with experience. And one of the best things you can do is get a portfolio review from a more experienced photographer, or come to an in-person retreat where you're going to learn how to make your photos that much better. And if you decide to join me in San Diego, you'll be getting certified as a brand photographer. Part of that process is getting a portfolio review after you work with our incredible models, aka real business owners, for the weekend, which, by the way, we are going all out. They are getting their hair and makeup done. They are going to be looking amazing head to toe. I'm booking an incredible location that will elevate your portfolio as a brand photographer and just help you attract these clients who are excited to invest in these things. Definitely check out the information below, or at least join the waitlist so that you'll get information on future retreats. If this next one's already filled up, I will have another one once a year, sometimes twice a year. I'm doing these retreats, so I would love to have you there. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know in the comments below the one thing you're going to be focusing on moving forward to improve your own portfolio that was a takeaway from this video.